I say again that I am for one Nigeria. I am for, in fact, if it were possible to align Nigeria so that they can include Ghana, Guinea, all of them, Sierra Leone, to be one super West African country, I am in for that. But the question is, doing that should not be at a disservice to the component, the state, the individual people that make up the country. And again, country using the Western standard, sometimes it is very tricky for us.
Yeah.
Because if you look at empires, now the empire of Mali, I think it was, according to some historian, was bigger than the whole of Western Europe put together. Now, it is not just, it's not like Nigeria is too big. No, Nigeria is not too big as a country to be run by one person, a president. The question is, the way it is structured today, it's not working. We can see in evidence that Nigeria is not functioning. Okay, I'm not saying we should make the subordinate, the state, more powerful than the federal government. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we need to reduce the power that the federal government had and make the state more powerful than they are today, not to be more powerful than the federal government. Of course, all these things can even be very simple to understand, like policing. You know, in Nigeria, we don't have state policing and local policing. But in many other parts of the world, like, for example, in the country where I am today, in Italy, there are federal police, there are state police, or if you call it regional police, that is the local police. The reason for this is very simple also to understand. If there is a criminal in Kaduna, you send in the police that is coming from Edo State to come and police that place. It's not going to work because policing is not just I have a gun, I tell you I will shoot you. No, there are a lot of techniques that are involved in it. I need to know you down to the language you speak, to the code of your operation. And the way to do this is by you policing yourself. Because if I am from my town policing my people, where are you going to hide? You have nowhere to hide. And this also has to do with the taxing, how we do our tax revenue, the collection of the revenue. You have a project, you are going to generate a part of that budget, the money. The Fed, depending on what type of budget is it, the Fed can add to it. That is what is happening in many other places. It's not a rocket science. Because, like you said, no, we are trying to copy the United States system of federalism. But their own federalism is not that everything is just, we are just waiting for the Washington to do everything. No. So states have law. Tax is different. The way you pay tax here is different from New York. It's different from the way you pay it in California. There are certain autonomy that they enjoy. That is how they develop. Otherwise, we cannot just have a blanket development for the entire country. It's not going to work. We are not all the same. Yes, we are the same. But again, we are not all the same. We must have our ambitions. But of course, the state doesn't have military. There is no state that have military. Of course, nobody agitated for that. Only the federal government controls the military. Border, the federal government is in charge of that. Of course, if the state were to even have police and the local were to have police, then there will still be federal police operating within the state. The state controls the information that go out of the federal control the information that go out of Nigeria. So you can't possibly succeed if the federal doesn't want you to. Nobody is going to do that. It's not going to happen. So that fear, okay, that is justification for it. But it doesn't really hold as we see it today.
You said a lot, and in everything you have said, you have mentioned the issue and you have mentioned the solution inside, right? Very perfect. Just the little thing I want to add as a student of Nigerian politics, African politics, and then of course professionally a student of global policies, which is international studies. There is the very easy and tempting, spirit to always, which is okay. There's something we call comparative federalism. You compare states, countries, governance, and the style of government. So we are most times very how do I put it now? We are most times very, very quick to compare Nigeria with these advanced countries. And most times I used to tell people, yeah, it looks as though, but it's not for all cases, because the Nigeria, as somebody that studied, I won't say I've studied all countries, I've studied a lot of countries and all that. The Nigerian situation is the most complex, is the most complicated, is the most peculiar, you've ever come across. If across the face of the earth, across, I can say, you can search something, I don't know if it's anywhere online, but I don't think there's a country that has more ethnic rivalries, not just ethnic presence, not just multiple ethnic presence, and rivalry and suspicion, that can hinder their development and their political cohesion, such as Nigeria. So if you pick the US or Italy or Germany or the UK to compare to Nigeria, most of the time, you may not get it right. Because the peculiarities that bedevil Nigeria cannot be solved by comparing us with these countries. Why am I saying this? I am somebody that, this will be very funny to say. I believe Nigeria, I love the country, I'm a Nigerian, and I love it, But due to my studying of Nigeria, our history till present date, I am one of those few Nigerians that feel from study that the entity we call Nigeria was not meant to be. And that's why we're having these issues. I feel like we were juxtaposed forcefully just for colonial exploitation, not because we are cohesive, like not as if we have a cohesion as a nation state or as a people that can thrive best together. I really don't think that was what we were brought together. I just felt the colonial master just put us all together so that they can easily exploit and all that. So since they did that and then they left and then they now call us a country and everything, we are having difficulty still finding an identity that favors everybody inside Nigeria.
All
So
right, I like
because
that. Yeah, sorry. Okay, go. This is very beautiful. I'm going to come to that.
so this is a foundational issue that we may be suggesting a lot of solutions, right? I know there are other countries too that have ethnic diversities and came together and still conquered. Yes, I get that. But for Nigeria, it is very, very deep. It's deeper than those countries. America has a lot of very, very diverse, maybe more than Nigeria, so to say, because America has every race, almost every race and every tribe is in the US. And if you look at their motto, they will tell you, "E pluribus unum," from many, we became one, which we are talking about the fact that this diversity should be a strength other than a weakness. We have seen this in other countries, but not in Nigeria. The rivalries, the sentiments, the suspicions, the diversities, the things pulling us apart are more than the things. We have a lot of things pulling us together as a country that makes us united and all that. Yes, I know. But it seems the things pulling us apart are much, much more. It's not just, I think it's even beyond just our politicians. I really think so. It's beyond, yes. Let me just stop here.
Thank you for that, dear Philip. You see, I want to believe, and I think I know that we are human beings.
Yeah.
And human beings resolve problems.
Yeah.
If what you have described is a problem of Nigeria, which means the diversity in multiple sense of it, that is a problem. If we as Nigeria are finding a solution to that, there will be a solution. Because you look at the human body, it's not made up of one thing. It's made up of multiple things. The eyes, the nose, the mouth, the hair, the sensory organ. The brain is made up of multiple elements. Yet it still functions as an entity, no? So I believe that you are right. We didn't come to be because of cohesion, because we love ourselves. That is true. But this is what it is now. They set up Nigeria for the purpose of exploitation. That also is true. But are we not human beings? Are we not supposed to be mature enough to, at a point, take hold of our destiny and ride our boat, the destination that we want? We can do that. Of course we can. Come on. The problem is not because we are too different. You are in Kaduna. If I were in Nigeria, I would be in Edo State, Uromi. If we don't say to any person that you are in Kaduna from Uromi in Edo State, to the person looking at us from outside, it will appear that we are just close neighbor. Whereas Kaduna to Uromi is a very far place. What I mean is that thing, our diversity can be a problem, but it can also be a solution for us. In that, right now, I'm in Italy, you are in Kaduna, you are in Kano State, no? You can help me to see what I don't see in Kano State. I can help you to see what you don't see in Italy. That can be an advantage for us.
Yeah.
So the fact that we are different is neutral. It is not bad or good. It depends on what we make of it. I think this is where we need good leaders, people who are visionary, people who are able to see opportunity in difficulty, people who are able to understand that we don't all need to be the same for it to function. We can be different. We can be male and female. We can like and dislike. We can disagree, yet we can still function as a people. That is what I believe. This is why we need people who understand this so that they can run the system. You see, the United States is still, or today, is still far more populated than Nigeria. What about the Roman Empire? This thing still function. So it is not because we are too big. It is not because we are too diverse. It's not because we speak different languages. All this cannot be the problem. The problem is our inability to yet decide that we want to solve the problem. Therefore, we don't know what the problem is yet, if that is the case. I believe sincerely that if we are making effort to solve our problem, the problem will be solved, because human beings do that for being human.